Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Heart to Heart with Coach Abby. Hi, I'm Coach Abby. I know, rare moment. My hair's down and I don't have a hat on. I know it's rare, but uh, yeah, I'm a hat girl. I'm a simple girl. You're always gonna see me in that hat, but I don't know. My hair was doing a thing, so I just left it down for you, so you guys can have fun with that. But okay, here we go. Another episode of me sharing my heart. Now, remember, take the nuggets here and leave the rest. You don't have to agree with everything I'm sharing. Just take the things that resonate with you, that speak to your heart, that you're just like, wow, I needed to hear that, or that's something that's different or new and it hits different. Just take that and leave the rest. From here on out, you're going to hear me say that, take that and leave the rest. And I'm just sharing my journey. I'm sharing my life experiences from me hitting rock bottom and how I've gotten to this place where I live a stable, steady life. Living Still, it's the title of my book. So, yeah, I just want to infuse that into you guys and share so much. Um, with you in hopes that you can get to a place where you're steady and stable and have more peace and you're radiating more light and love to the world around you, because that's the goal, is to be love and give love to the world around you. And I hope to be able to coach you through that, give you a little nuggets to chew on, to think about, to process, and to move forward. And so things I share cannot be um, from the place of like you just take it and like, oh, that sounded good. You actually have to let it penetrate your heart. You actually have to let it get down deep into your heart to where you can, so it can produce something in you, so it can produce the fruit in you. So today, I want to talk about peace. And is your life chaotic? And is it at a place where you just can't navigate because things are so distracting and there's no peace and there's no order and it's chaotic? And I want to share what God revealed to me about that particular space of living when everything is just kind of a whirlwind. What is that? What maybe be the root of that? For me, it was misplaced priorities was the root of it. As I journeyed through, I realized God has a godly order. And if I'm ever out of that order, then things just seem awry. They seem chaotic. They seem like it's just too much for me and I can't handle it. And the more I have grown in my gifting and in the ministry and in my wellness practice and all of that, the more I have to really anchor into those priorities, or else I'm going to lose it. And I've always prayed, God, do not allow me to have something in my life that's going to cause me to lose sight of you or lose sight of others and my family, lose sight of you and lose sight of my family. God, do not give me that. I don't want to lose sight of you, because He has showed me that, and this took time. This isn't like, oh, okay. This took time to instill and to practice and to actually walk it out. So, godly order for me, He has taught me and has shown me time and time again through, He's allowed me to hear stories of really powerful influencers or teachers or pastors even that got out of order and literally had to, like, things just, their marriage went, their ministry went, maybe a health crisis came because they were so stressed, or they needed to get on some crazy sabbatical because it was just too much. And He allowed me to hear those stories before I stepped in deeper to just really anchor into, if you do not keep your priorities in line, you will get into this place of just chaos. And I cannot function well on chaos. Nobody really can. Honestly, let's think about it. When everything's just crazy and you're feeding off of that and you're responding to it, you can't thrive. You can't really get into that place where your peace is radiating out of you. You're going to be a bomb waiting to go off, and you're going to blow up at people, and you're going to speak unkindly, and you're going to respond from a negative place, an overwhelmed place, a chaotic place. And nobody wants to do that, I don't think. And if you are doing that, okay, there's no condemnation here. It's just there's a different way to live. that bringing awareness into, wow, I am kind of out of balance and everything is, here, there, and everywhere, chaotic, and just, I don't even know how to make sense of things. So, how do you pull back from that? First, be aware. I don't like the way my life is operating. I don't like my own spirit, mind, and body health. And how can I change that? So, for me, it's simple. God first. Okay, what does that look like? We'll talk about that. Then family, my immediate family, my husband and my home and my child, Shia. Then next is my career and ministry and family and friends, all of that. So often, and I love to work. I love to create. I love to just put my hands to things. I love to serve. I love to give. So it has been hard for me to not get to that work driven, someone needs me, something's going on in the community that I could be involved in, someone needs some coaching, whatever. It's hard. It's a really beautiful balance to just stay in that just really beautiful balanced place, because if I don't, then I will put work and career and ministry and my gift of giving and encouragement before others. So what do I have to do? I turn my phone off. So if you're messaging me and you're like, why didn't you respond? Man, I miss the days when we didn't have a cell phone. We weren't so available and everyone could get a hold of us some way. I mean, you got Instagram, you got Facebook Messenger, you got text message, you got Voxer apps, and you got just email and phone calls. I mean, it's just, So because I'm tuned into God, I ask him to nudge me. When do I need to turn my phone completely off? So it will go on do not disturb. So I can't even see the notifications. It's on do not disturb right now, obviously, because I'm doing a lot. But that's a beautiful feature, or just silencing your phone. But we're in such a fast paced world that I think we are addicted to this. Who needs me? Is someone getting to me? Oh, and I'm a person of excellence. So I want to get to people quickly. I want to respond quickly. I want to show up. If they're needing me, I want to show up, but not if it causes me to lose my peace, not if it causes me to alienate my family and my time with God and push Shia and my husband Tim aside, or my own home life. Is my home in order? So God has really done a deep work in my heart over the years. And, I talk about it in my books. You're going to see me reference these books all the time because they're my story, they're my testimony, they're my journey, and valuable wisdom in here for you to take the nuggets again and leave the rest. Valuable wisdom for you to actually apply to your life if you want. They're a tool available. Obviously, you can get a session with me or do the Breakthrough Podcast membership, which is $30 a month. All just infuse life wisdom into you that you can take and apply to your life so you're better able to walk in peace and be love and give love. So godly order is God first. Are you spending time with God? And let's back up. Are you spending time with God that's fruitful, that feels energized and charged, and in a way that you feel like you're tapped into something and that you feel more peace? You feel like you got more guidance. You feel comforted. You feel like just the weight of the world is off your shoulders. If you aren't spending time with God that way, or stillness time or meditation or quiet time, and it's leaving you just like, check, I did it. I did my religious duty. I did my church activity. I did what I'm supposed to do because that's what we're supposed to do, but it doesn't do anything in here. It leaves you empty and you feel like you're just like, I don't feel more alive. Then you're doing it wrong, my friend. There's a different way to do that. So, of course, we talk about that in my books too. And I'm not trying to push a book or anything, but I deeply desire you to experience freedom and to be tapped into a source that is so available to all of us, that is so powerful. So powerful. And in the presence of God, you have absolutely everything you need. So that has to be above everything, above everything. Now, I am not a type of person to, okay, I got my morning quiet time. I just don't do that. My heart is surrendered to God. And I'm like, have your way in me. Draw me into you. Let me experience you. And so I hunger for him. So do I naturally go spend time with him in the morning? Yes. But it's not if I don't do it, I feel like I'm in trouble or I missed something or whatever. But it's just that heart posture of just, I'm here, God. Sorry, I've got a little bit of frog in my throat. Hang on. It's water. For all you non-water drinkers, get you a cool water bottle and drink water. Part of my coaching is to help you on the physical body too, spirit, mind, and body. So there's a lot of coaching and wisdom. So you'll always see me with some sort of water container to sip on. So if I don't spend time with God at some point during the day, it's not even like a designated time for me. People are like, what do you do? What's your stillness time like? It's different every single day because you know what? My relationship with my husband's different every single day. I think my time with God it's creative, it's spontaneous, it's exciting, exhilarating. I spend time in nature. I spend time out on my front porch. I walk around in my backyard. I take long drives. I sit here in my office. I sit out in the courtyard here. I just close my eyes. I get really still when I take a shower or bath. It's whatever you want. Why you take a run, a walk, sit in a sauna. I don't care. It's just having your heart posture towards God that says, here I am, and I want access to that power and that peace. Because if you are not doing that, you're missing out. Not from you're bad because you're not plugging in. You're just missing out on something that's so available to all of us. There's a power that's available to all of us, and we're not tapping into it. So if you don't feel like you're tapped into something, reach out to me. I will awaken you to the power of stillness, to the power of really anchoring into God and feeling like you're moving with this power all day long, that you're tapped in, that you're connected. And when you're not, you'll know when it's just, I need to draw upon the vine. The Bible says, I'm the vine, you are the branch. Apart from me, you can do nothing. So apart from him, we really can't do anything, at least in a way that's fruitful, that's peaceful, that's joyful, that's uh, in a way that's powerful, that's anointed. You can do so much on your own strength, but when you do it on your own strength, apart from priorities, apart from keeping God first, then it's not going to be as fruitful. Why do you think God allowed me to see all those stories and those sermons about people just getting so caught up in it, helping people, and then that becomes a substitute for your time with God? No, 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 no. I help people, and God's a big part of what I do, and I'm teaching people how to draw upon God. So yeah, it's powerful. Do I feel the anointing of God in it? Absolutely. But it cannot be my substitute for spending intimate time with God. That keeps my life from being chaotic and keeps me drawing upon that peace. And it's available. So anytime I have this sense of chaos or it's a whirlwind, I draw back. The next thing, I mean, this is very layered. We will probably just talk about stillness in one of these heart to hearts. But of course, I give this to God. What do you want me to talk about during the heart to heart with Coach Abby? And I heard priorities. So, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm sharing what God has taught me with priorities and what I do. I'm a person that practices what I preach. Talk to the people close to me. Talk to my husband. Talk to people that live in the house with me. You will see I practice what I preach. I am the same person here that I am behind closed door. I'm a little more goofy and flirty with my husband that you're not going to see out here in Be Love, Give Love, but but I'm still me. I'm still radiating peace. I still have balance. I'm not a type of person that's like, do as I say, but don't do as I do. Behind closed doors, I'm going to do whatever I want. No, I don't want to be a hypocrite. I want to be a shining example for you to model a life that is just beautiful and peaceful and balanced. But it took time for me to get here. So the next thing I do is make sure I have time with my family and make sure that my home is in godly order. You're like, oh man, my house is a wreck. Okay, well, are you spending so much time helping other people or doing this or doing that or chasing dreams or chasing money or wasting time, scrolling through Facebook and scrolling through Instagram and watching TV and shopping and all that, but yet your house is crazy. There's something about the reflection of your home being a reflection of your own soul. Trust me, I've coached many people, and the people that are in chaos, their house is in chaos. Their bills are in chaos. Their home, their car is in chaos. Everything's in chaos because it just is a reflection of just the state of where you're at. So when you start doing that, I'm surrendering my heart, God, do that work in me, it just overflows. And so as God has done a work in me, I keep my house in order. I have a lot to contribute to my parents on this, or attribute, I should say, to my parents, because my mother instilled in me, which wasn't fun growing up, and she knows that, but you do not sit down until all your chores are done or until your homework's done. You do not sit down and watch TV or play or whatever until all the stuff's done. So they instilled in me order and a work ethic and priorities. That is not saying you can't ever take a time to rest and, of course, your to-do list is always going to be growing. There's always going to be something to do. But I know when I'm wasting time and there's something knocking. Hey, you need to go get that laundry out. Scroll, 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 scroll. Another episode. I'll get it later. Do it. Do it. If you want to be used by God, any shape, form, or fashion. I'm not saying you have to have a stage or a platform or anything like that. If you want to be used by God in any way, and wherever God has you, and He's going to test you. Like, do you manage what He's already given you well? Do you take care of your home? Do you take care of your car? How do you expect Him to give you more? I don't know if I like this hair thing. It's like my hat. Sorry, it's just in my face. How is He going to bless you with more if you can't be faithful with what He's already given you? So that's, again, not condemnation. It's just to awaken you. And I'm just sharing what God's taught me. You take the nuggets, leave the rest. But if there's conviction on your heart and and He's tugging, hey, we can do better. Not better because you're awful, but come up higher. There's a different way to live. So my house is in order. Some people are like, does anyone live here? I just like everything in order. Again, thanks, Mom. But and not saying it has to be perfect, but show up with excellence. You give excellence at your home. So many people, and I have seen, again, I've been doing this since 2006, having people share their stories with me. I have seen so many heartbreaking things where give, 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 show up, give 100% to my work and have nothing left for my family, have nothing left for my home life, have nothing left to give my kids. Do you think that's what God wants? Give it all to your work and then nothing for your family? No. Yes, work hard at your job, but it has to be balanced to where you are disciplined enough to have time with your family. Make sure you're connected. Tim and I make sure we're connected, and we have an autistic son, so we don't get to go out on dates, but we have dates at home. We sit out on the back porch, we sit out on the front porch, and we connect. That's all it's about, connecting, making sure there's a connection line with your family. Are you present? Are you available with your family, or are you just so busy scrolling, doing your own thing, working after hours, whatever, just always busy, 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 doing your own thing, that you're just a body and everyone's just doing their own thing. There's no connection. God's like, no, that's not godly order. And are you busy doing everything else and watching TV and scrolling and spending hours and hours and hours, but yet you don't have order in your home? There's just so much that needs to be done. I can help coach you through that if you just need a little jump start. And this was not hurt. This is going to sting. Do you take care of yourself physically? That's part of godly order too, because God is telling me that I have a call on my life. You have a call on your life. I don't care how big or small you think your call is. You still have to take care of yourself, because if I take care of myself, spirit, mind, and body, I got that spirit side, got that family side. I take care of myself. I eat right. I get my body moving. I drink my water. All things God taught me, and they're in this first book. And we do things each month here at Be Love, Give Love, regarding like Shred Life, teaching you how to fuel yourself right and how to get your body moving and just different things so you can feel better inwardly. If I feel better and I take care of this, and this is not for vanity reasons because I want to look a certain way, or I don't only want to gain so much weight or be at a certain, no, that just happens naturally. You will be at the weight that you are supposed to be when you start taking care of yourself in the way that God has asked you to. I don't have a weight issue, and I never have to worry about a weight issue because I eat right and I exercise, and well, I like to call it moving. No one likes that word, exercise. And I am mentally stable and all these things. Was I always? No. This has been a journey. I hit rock bottom in 2002. That's several years ago. This has been a journey of just evolving and becoming a better, more stable, more vibrant, more balanced, more peaceful me. So better able to be love and give love and to be a better influencer and a coach and a leader and all of that. And I want to instill that in you. So part of that is, Abby, are you taking care of yourself? Like this morning, I mean, let's see, I got my Fitbit on. I got 8,900. That's pretty large for the morning, but I got on a call. Shia was asleep. I had the time and I walk. I walk and I talk. So you don't have to sit down when you're doing your work. I walk and I talk. I already walked and prayed, not because of check, because I felt the Spirit move me to walk and pray. And I do a loop in my house. I don't have a membership. I, you know, don't have, I mean, I do have a little bit of equipment at home, but generally I just walk in my house and it's just a loop. It's just not, we have a 1,600 square foot house. It's not a big house. And, or I walk in my backyard. I try to tell people there's no excuse. Do you have a yard? Can you park further away? Can you walk a few more laps in Walmart? I try to make it easy. You do not have to go to the gym and buy fancy equipment. Let's just get your body moving. So we have this thing with some few people. We do this. I'll probably do it on my Love Yourself Well group. Kind of a walking challenge. It's 10,000 steps a day, 5 days a week, at least 5 days a week. And to just motivate you. Like, and I will ask people, where you at? You know, and I'm the one, I'm not always winning either. But we're all kind of holding each other accountable. But it's that coaching thing that like, hey, come on, get your body moving. And oh shoot, you know, like I've only got like 2,000 steps. And I'm like, come on, get moving. And it's not to condemn you, but just to give you that oomph, you know, so you can take care of yourself. So you're better able to do whatever God's called you to do when you're sick and tired and broken and disease and all of that. And maybe that happens because you are taking good care of yourself. Because I had a freak thing happen to me for 6 years and I was doing all the right things. So it kind of blew me actually for a bit. And I talk about that in my second book. So, you know, you're doing everything right, but yet you still have a health crisis. It's like, oh my goodness. But you know, are you taking good care of yourself? Are you prioritizing yourself? And I know it's a lot. You might think, all I do is work and come home and veg in front of the TV. Well, there's a different way to live. How fruitful is your life? How peaceful is your life? How much order is in your house and in your life and in your finances? God is a God of order. God is a God of order. He doesn't expect perfection. Your life does not have to be perfect, but a heart posture towards Him, saying, I surrender. Have your way in my life. I want a fruitful life. I want a peaceful life. I want a life that radiates more of you so people can see you in me. That's my heart cry. So whatever's in me that's not of you, whatever's out of balance, whatever is, you know, not in order, show me, God, and show me how to move forward. You will not get there overnight. You will not get there in a week, and you will not get there in 3 weeks or 3 months. It will be a continual thing. And you will be tested on it, just like I was tested this morning. Priorities. Shia's first before this place, before Be Love Give. I don't care if I don't open the doors. If Shia and my family need me, they are first. And Shia, you know, we're trying this new thing with him and we're getting some great success with this patch God brought to us. And his sleep is not completely perfect, but it is deeper. He still has that time in the middle of the night or early in the morning where he's awake for a couple hours, but he's going back to sleep and sleeping deeper. He needs that rest. He's autistic and he has not slept well since he was 2 and he's almost 14. His body needs rest, and I'm grateful for what God brought us, but he was asleep. This is at noon. I'm supposed to come live and I'm going to show up. I'm going to be a person of my word, but if it causes me to have to put my family first, sorry, y'all going to have to wait. Family first, because that's my priority. So God tested me. Will I force Shia to wake up? Will I get into this hustle bustle? Like, we gotta go. People need me. I gotta show up. No, I just said, God, I give you my day. I told my team, hey, I'm hoping to be there at noon for the live, but Shia needs me. Shia needs rest. And he did wake up, but I didn't get in this frenzy. Come on, Shia, we gotta get up. Just because that's not who I am. That's not living still. Living still is with everything within you is calm, peaceful, and still. So you move through life in this peaceful flow of just beauty and peace and calmness. And that's not because of me. People, I had a lady say, you're just so calm, Abby. You know, I was talking to her. She's like, you just have this calmness about you. I'm grateful they feel that calmness, but it's because God has done a work in my heart to radiate out that calmness. I'm not saying everyone has to be an Abby. You be you, but is it molded and shaped by God? Have you surrendered your heart? Have you put your priorities first, God and family and career, and then your, other things, ministry, volunteer work, whatever. That's the godly order. And so I got tested this morning. Will I put my career before my family? No, I will not ever, ever, ever. And I tell my family, or they're my Be Love, Give Love family, but if you are working for me or if you're volunteering for me, if you're part of the Be Love, Give Love family, I will tell you, your family comes first. I do not own you. This is a job. This is a ministry, and yes, you're a part of it, but your family comes first. We will work it out. If something comes up, I'm not going to penalize you because your family needs you. Why would I do that? Like, oh, I've got to have godly order, but no one else can because I got to, have a business to run. That's not how I am. It's not how God, trained me to be. So I hope you're working for someone that gives you that grace that you can put your family first. And I'm not saying every situation's like that, but it flows over into my career too. Everything that God's taught me flows over. So, yeah, when I'm working hard, and I work hard, I love to work hard. I show up with excellence. I work hard to write the books and to write and to create and to do the product line and coach and classes and events and all that. That's a lot on my plate. Like, how does she maintain peace in that? Because I have godly order. There's a lot going on in my life too, but it doesn't feel chaotic. And when seasons change and there's, deployments with husband, or we open a new, bigger space, there's a season of turbulence for about 3 weeks, 2-3 weeks, depending on. And I know that because I got to find my rhythm in this new step that God's given me, in this new terrain I've never been to. So I give myself grace. Everyone else gives everybody grace. My husband gives me grace as I navigate through, because I'm trying to find my footing. But, I still, godly order, family, and God first, family, then career. I hope that spoke to you. I hope that convicted you a little bit where you're like, I'm not doing that. And that's okay. Because part of healing and part of transforming is awareness. Where are you at? You've got to know where you're at to shift things, to get onto the better path, the more fruitful path, the more path of freedom. If you need help and you want to learn how to, live in a place of balance and simplicity. I mean, there's so much to this. Learning how to say no, learning how to not make decisions based on your emotion, to be, obligated or guilted or pressured or manipulated into things. I mean, that's a whole nother thing. We'll probably talk about that at some point, but it's already in my books. It's already in the Breakthrough podcast. You can go to belovegivelove.com. It's on the screen. Go to services, the tab services, and you can see everything that I offer to help you get to a place where you are living still, where you have peace. That peace penetrates in everything of your life, in your own self, in your family, in your ministry, in your work, whatever you do, in your marriage. Their peace is available to you guys, and we're just not tapping into that. And I want to help you tap into that. I want to infuse life into you, and wisdom and revelation that God's given me, and I've given out to people since 2006 as a coach, and someone's been in the wellness field. There's so many things I have to offer, not just books and coaching sessions and podcasts. I mean, we have the whole wellness side of it with supplements and programs and just different things. It's all on the service tab in the website. And you can reach out to me. I'm here to help you. I just deeply desire you to experience freedom, so you're better able to be loved and give love to the world around you. I hope this spoke to your heart. If it did, share it with someone else. Ponder it. Replay this. Write down the things that spoke to you and ask God, why did these stand out so much? What are you trying to show me? What are you trying to speak to me? And He will reveal Himself to you. He will reveal just clarity and wisdom and direction, and all the things that you need are in the presence of God. And if you need help learning how to truly be still, let me know. I am here for you. I am for you, and I want the best for you. So thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next week, Wednesday at noon, Lord willing, in case something, comes up with my family. But I will check in with you guys. Reach out to me. I appreciate you showing up, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.